as we saw at the DMZ with Korean and U.S. troops stand shoulder to shoulder working together. We need to increase our defense cooperation by taking a common sense approach that is grounded in realism, building on the strong leadership of our presidents, President Trump and President Lee. And President Trump wants allies to be strong. And the Republic of Korea is a model ally. And Minister Ahn and I also discussed strengthening our readiness by energizing our defense industrial cooperation across the alliance. For the first time in history, we agreed to demonstrate the ability to maintain and repair U.S. warships here in Korea. And doing this will harness this country's world-class shipbuilding capabilities.
What role does U.S. expect the submarines in the Korean Peninsula and Indo-Pacific to play? What role do you expect them to play? The third question is about the approval of President Donald Trump on the provision of fuels for nuclear-powered submarines. So I want to ask what exactly those approvals were made on. So are the approvals made so that the ships could be built in Korea but can get the fuels from the United States? Or are the Korean shipbuilders expected to build their ships in the U.S. territory?
Well, I would just start by saying it was not about differences. There are no differences. I think what you see is a historic deal that President Trump is the deal maker in chief. He opens up possibilities that other presidents do not. And so I think his historic meeting with President Lee created new opportunities that led to sort of an expansion of what that deal looks like, which includes our communique. And so we feel very confident about what we've included. And as soon as that deal sheet comes out, the communique is coming out as well. So there's no daylight in differences. There's simply a bigger deal, which takes a little bit more time. And we anticipate will be solidified. The next one is on nuclear-powered submarines. We're going to work closely with the Department of State and the Department of Energy to fulfill President Trump's commitment in a deliberate manner. And I think it's a reflection of something I said, that the president wants allies to be strong. He wants our allies to have the best capabilities. And because Korea has been a model ally, he's open to opportunities like that ensure they have the best capabilities in their own defense and alongside us as allies.
How we doing? Come on, come on. How we doing? Good to see you. At the Secretary of War in our office, we're connecting the strategic to the tactical. We're connecting defending the nation, deterring our enemies, peace through strength, with an understanding of the Americans who do it every single day. The heavy lifting that you undertake. Because I could talk about deterrence all day long, all I want. But there is no deterrence without all of you. I'm looking in the eyes of deterrence, the faces and the families of deterrence, of the sacrifice that's required to keep us free. You can talk about peace through strength, but you got to have somebody that does the strength part. We're the strength department. You're the strength department. And there's sort of three pillars to how President Trump frames it. He talks about peace through strength. You don't get strength through appeasement. You don't get peace through appeasement. You don't get peace through weakness. You get peace through strength, through being strong, having capabilities, hard power, and the ability to deliver it alongside your allies. He also talks always about America first. Now, America first does not mean America alone. We've got our great ROC partners here that you work with every single day, and I've had a chance to meet a lot of them over the course of the last day. America first does not mean America alone, but it does mean putting the American people American citizens and America's sovereignty first. We know what we're defending, not academic and vague ideas of interests. American sovereignty, the American people, American vital interests, close with and to destroy the enemy if necessary on behalf of the American people. America first is something I get a chance to watch President Trump do every single day in the Oval Office or in meetings with foreign leaders. Sometimes you step back and you go, why did he take that approach? And then he said, well, if you filter it through the lens of America first, that's exactly what you would do. That's how you would handle the situation. So it's peace through strength, America first, and the third one is just common sense. You could benefit from a lot of common sense. We don't do the political correct nonsense. And that's what we've tried to insert into the pillars of what the War Department is about. I gave a little speech a couple of weeks ago to senior generals and admirals and senior enlisted. And it was about the warrior ethos, which to me is just common sense in a military context. It's an understanding that we should be good at the basics and not be distracted by things that aren't a focus of warfighting. Get back to readiness, get back to accountability, training, warfighting, lethality, the basics, discipline, and not try to do other things with our formations. And that's why I've always said, and it's not a political statement, it's a military statement. The dumbest phrase in military history is that our diversity is our strength. Because I look out in this audience and I see a lot of different Americans from a lot of different backgrounds. Rich, poor, country, city, black, white, male, female, groups from all different backgrounds. But what makes us strong is not our differences, it's our unity of purpose. It's our shared mission. It's our oath to the Constitution. It's the fact that we will fight for each other, for the man and the woman and the right on our left, in ways the American people oftentimes can't quite understand. It's hard for civilians to sometimes understand that ethos, that understanding that I will give everything up to and including my life for this mission and for the men and women I serve with. And it's not about the differences of our background, it's about red, white, and blue. It's about who we are. And President Trump puts it simply. He said, we're back to a meritocracy. We're colorblind and gender neutral and merit-based. We want the absolute best in any way, in every profession, across the board, regardless of your background.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.